She's beautiful, isn't she? Wongborough, the sleeping woman. She's part of the local Noongar Dreamtime stories. For those of us still coming up to speed in the Aboriginal history of WA, I'm on Balladong Noongar land. And that town down there is York, the oldest inland town in WA. And it got its name from a fellow called J.S. Clarkson during an expedition here in 1830. He thought this whole area looked like his birthplace, Yorkshire in England. And Yorkshire, of course, is also known as God's own country. The town is nestled in the Avon Valley on either side of the Avon River. Building here started less than a year after J.S. Clarkson's expedition, and there are some stunning examples of early West Australian architecture lining the main street. The post office has been in use since it was built in 1866. Then there's the Imperial Homestead, which is now a wonderfully creative paddock-to-plate dining experience. The Town Hall, which is equally as stunning inside. When it was built, this was said to be the largest freestanding public room in the state. The old courthouse, complete with the cells out the back. And this is an interesting one. Heritage listed, it was built by one of York's original mayors, William Dinsdale, who also happened to be the local bootmaker. So downstairs, it was Dinsdale's Shoe Emporium, and upstairs, it was board and lodging. Today, it's a cafe and gallery. Inside, you can still see the original counter. Every year in September, the York Motor Show draws thousands of car enthusiasts to town. And this is the place that started it all, the York Motor Museum, with a huge collection of motoring memorabilia and vehicles. Where has it all come from? Good question.
The idea was originally set up by Peter Briggs. He was a mining magnate and motoring enthusiast. He purchased the building in 1979 to house his own collection of private motor vehicles, and he decided to charge the public an entry fee to come in and have a look at them, which gave him a return on his investment also.
So is it true that this is all run by volunteers?
It's all run by volunteers, all from York.
You must have a favourite car.
My favourite car here is the 1919 Australian 6. That was the start of the Australian automobile industry on a mass production. This row along here, Memory Lane, it brings back memories for people because they learnt to drive in one. Mum and Dad owned one. It was their first car for some people, and a lot of people relate to that, and they thank us when they leave for the memories that it's brought back, which is what we're all about.
You could spend hours in here, honestly, and I'm not even a car nut. Let me show you one more York must-see. The Swing Bridge. While this is a reconstruction, the first bridge was built in 1888 to link the commercial centre of York with the Holy Trinity Church. And at the time, it was the first bridge of its kind in WA. If you were using this bridge in the 1890s, ladies, you may have had to avert your eyes because the local lads used to like having a swim down here in their birthday suits. And such a problem did it become for polite society that in 1905 they passed a bylaw declaring that all young lads must wear appropriate bathing pants when having a swim in the oven. They also passed a law which said that men and women had to bathe at separate times. This version of the bridge was constructed in 1988. Fantastic views. This really is a special part of our state worth seeing.